Let me give you a short silver history because I have my inbox is like bam, 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 bam. And of course, people are thinking about selling, selling, selling. And it's your prerogative. It's up to you if you want to. Let me give you a little bit of reminders. I told you when I buy silver, I buy it and I store it and I leave it alone and I don't think about it again. The one thing I do know that it's still more valuable than a dollar, and it's going up. Let's go back to the 70's when Nixon and them got us off of the gold standards and put us on a petrodollar. Now listen to this. I think at that time silver was trading somewhere along about $33 an ounce. All right, in the 70's and the 80's. Now watch this. It started exploding. It went from $33 an ounce up to about $200 an ounce. And I mean to tell you, everybody was having a good time. You know, I don't understand the mental psyche of the American people, though. As soon as something starts climbing, everybody starts buying. But as soon as it starts declining, everybody starts selling. It's just nonsensical. It just does not make any sense whatsoever at all. Not to me, it doesn't. To me, the philosophy and the order of the day will say, buy on the dips and ride this ship to the moon. That's what, at least that's what it tells me. Buy on the dips, stack cash until it's time to buy more. But it went from 33 to 200, and then it had a pullback of over 50% to $100, and people start losing their minds. I mean, they start a 50% pullback. They started losing their minds. Man, it's man, I done. Everyone that sold, boy, did they miss the trip to Space Mountain. Did they miss it? Because from that point, from that pullback, if my memory serves me correct, and mind you, I don't read this stuff every single day. It takes some time for me to try to even pull up a lot of this history and stuff. I got so much going on in my head. But if you had bought gold at $33 an ounce, you sit and watch that thing, you was in a bull market to $850 an ounce is what gold topped out on. Think you should have held back then? The fundamentals are even worse today. The debt hasn't gone anywhere. We're amassing a massive amount of debts every single day. The fundamentals have not changed. How many times I have to say that? Now, I'm not saying that to convince you. I'm already convinced. You can do what you want to do. Pastor Dow is going to use this as a buying opportunity, and I'm going to keep clapping my hands every single time that this sinking dollar, I can get it out of my hands and put it into some tangible assets, or food, mainly food. I've been buying more food than anything. But it's kind of hard for me to not miss out on these buying opportunities of a lifetime. I hope that you understand what I'm saying. But when you do your own due diligence, do you know that you're even more convinced after you do your own independent research and you do your own due diligence? You know why? Because you know the facts. That's the reason why I try my best to get people just pick up the Bible and read it. Because you're going to find out that a lot of things you do is tradition. Has nothing to do with the book whatsoever at all. And the people who choose to follow tradition over factual truth, the Bible calls them workers of iniquity. So sure, you're not going to be fully persuaded or convinced when all you have is your feelings and emotions. And that's it. But when you know the facts, when you know the history, you've done your due diligence, you done burned the midnight oil to figure this stuff out, to see exactly what's going on, you watch the trends of history, then guess what? You made an informed decision for yourself, and you don't have to worry about being like a lot of these people on this roller coaster ride and watching this volatile market up, been down, up, been down, up, been down. And it sways just as fast as the wind blows. 1 minute you feel good, next minute you feel bad. 1 minute you feel good, next minute you feel bad. That's kind of like bordering on schizophrenia. That's the truth. And that's the true straight way.